loose. White dive on him.
This is twice now the Celtics have been first to the floor. They try to
Save with Horford. Unbelievable.
Boston first to the floor. So good.
Brown fakes, fires up the three. Bang! Tatum dives on the floor. Everybody dives. Jaylen Brown with the flush. Blocked by Porzingis. He's doing it all. Tatum spinning, driving, layup. Washington drives. Blocked by White. Oh, what a block from Derrick White.
Wayne Spooney here, First to the Floor podcast. I'm reporting live from a snowy, cold Morgantown, West Virginia. I know my brothers and sisters up in Massachusetts are buried under 20 plus inches of snow. So get your hot cocoa, jump in, get in the comments, like the stream. I am joined by Jake Eisenberg. Jake, I imagine it's not so snowy down in Australia.
No, it does snow on the mountain in Tasmania a few times a year. Not in January, and not anything like what we have seen across the US and during the Patriots game. Yeah, I don't really comprehend how people live in that type of snow. To be like, it's a completely different way of, like, I see these videos of people shoveling and I don't even know what's a snowblower. No, something that blows snow, I'm guessing.
Dude, the thing is, snow when it's like 30 degrees out, so like, I don't know, -1 or -2 Celsius is awesome. And it's super fun and it's great. The problem is it snowed. We got a foot of snow here. And then it was immediately like 8 degrees, which is like -12 Celsius. So it's like you can't even go outside and enjoy it. So it's just kind of brutal.
So
I'm not. Yeah, of course, Eric Weiss, the Massachusetts guys, New England people are like, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. We don't get a ton of snow here in West Virginia, so people are freaked out a little bit, but it's not too bad. Dude, shoveling is great. It's like mowing the lawn, man. Throw some headphones in, get all bundled up, and then when you get in, have like a tea or something. It's amazing.
That is nice.
But, all right, Celtics, three games. They've had two separate 3-game enforced stretches here because they had a game, day off, back-to-back, day off, game. 2-1. Where do you want to go first, Jake? I feel like there's a lot to talk about for the Portland win, the Chicago loss, and the Nets double OT thriller.
Oh, boy. Yeah. We're in the dog days of the season. Like, you can tell by way the team is playing, other games around the Thunder losing a game to the Pacers and then the Raptors. Like, it's All-Star break is coming. It's just kind of trying to grind this stuff out. And while you don't want to go to double overtime against the Nets, way to turn a game that's not exciting into like an truly exciting experience. So that's actually going to be one of the memorable moments from the season, is the Ugo Gonzalez buzzer beater.
Yeah.
The Blazers game was fun just to see Drew and Rob. Like, love those guys.
Rob. He's still good.
He's the ability of him that he has to just levitate. I'm not sure if that ever goes away for him, no matter how many lower body injuries that he has. And like the touch and the timing on pick and rolls. He's just a very special player. Almost played 20 minutes last night. Good for him. Low number of rebounds for Rob Williams in 20 minutes. But Drew, we got the tribute. Like, Drew kind of kept him in it for a couple of stretches. What did he end up? 14 points. That little step back above the break. I'm like,
I know.
I miss it.
Remember those days? Yeah, dude.
I miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was great to see Drew. Great to see Rob. I thought Rob looked really good for the most part. Look, the rebounding leaves a bit to be desired, but they're kind of a gang rebounding team. They got a lot of athletic wings and guys who like to mix it up. But that Sissoko dude, Kamara, Sharp, I wouldn't say he's got the dog in him, but he's super athletic and can get some rebounds. I thought his rim protection was really, really good. I thought he was kind of getting a lot of those oh shit moments where guys would get to the rim and see it's Rob and then be like, uh-oh, this isn't going up, or they would try to finish awkwardly and miss. But the Nets game especially was like, we lost that game. I mean, like,
Yeah,
sure, you know what
done.
I mean? Like, that game was over until the Ugo shot. It was all kind of like a fever dream with how it played out. But I just like Pritchard was a complete and absolute monster. Jaylen 27, triple double, like massive game. It's the Nets, so it's kind of like whatever. But I thought like Ugo basically for all his minutes, he only played 18 minutes, was really, really good. Didn't miss a shot. I think he had 7 rebounds, everywhere defensively. The way he just like makes people feel him when he's defending you. Like if you're trying to like go around a screen off ball, he's going to make that difficult for you. And to see him like cap it off, he was so hyped when he hit that 3 too. He
Dude.
looked like a kid in a candy store. He's like, ah, it was amazing, dude. So I just like the way he's developing. We got a dude. We have a dude, man.
Yeah, it's funny. Like we've been trying to figure out if he can shoot or not. He shoots like he can shoot.
Yeah.
Like, he wants the ball, and that thing goes up quick. And man, in the corner, like fading, kept that form tight. Like that's and nothing. And then Hauser like under the basket,
Knew
kinda,
it.
like hands up, like just
Yeah.
knew that it was. I mean, of course, Hauser knows when a 3-point shot's going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ugo both celebrating his own plays, but everybody else's plays. He is one of like the most excited. He's the definition of both happy to be there, but like not in the who Malik Fitz. He's not Malik Fitz because he's actually contributing to winning.
He's not Thanasis. Yeah.
Shout out Fitz, man. No one was doing bench celebrations.
He was the GOAT.
him.
He was only on the team for like a month too.
Yeah, and we'll never forget him. But Ugo is so pumped. Doesn't matter if he's playing 0 minutes or 20 minutes. He's so happy to be here, and I feel like he's getting better at feel like that's a really good way to describe it. Making offensive players feel him, and the screen as a navigation feels like it's getting better. I find that he drew an offensive foul in the Blazers game, and the Blazers game, the refs called 1 million screen fouls, like offensive fouls. Kamara drew like 5 on his own.
That was bad.
It was really like annoying to watch. Ever since the Pacers game where Joe Mazzulla went to the press conference and was like, illegal screen, illegal screen, illegal screen. I feel I've found myself looking at Joe every time there's a screen call, and he's like, "What the fuck? This is like the most inconsistent thing that happens." So, and he's right, but I find Hugo getting around the screens getting better, and he's like, just getting his hands up and able to at least get side by side with guys and make them feel him. Gets those long arms up there, contest. Do you have a block? Yeah, a block and a steal in the Nets game, and
2 steals in the
block?
Bulls game.
Yeah, really putting together those stocks, and the plus minus stuff out of control. I don't know if there's a correlation between how good he actually is, or if it's somewhat lucky. But he played 14 minutes in the Bulls game, in the Blazers game, and was a plus 19. Like he did it again.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. We're 18 points per 100 possessions better when Ugo's on the court than off. So defensively, opponents shoot 33% from 3 when he's on the court and 37% when he's off. That's luck, some of it. But I do think watch him challenge shooters, watch him close out on guys. He's an absolute maniac, and he gets there, and he makes people who are open no longer open with his effort and his instincts. So while he's getting some shooting luck on those defensive numbers, I do think the way he's playing defense does have an impact on guys' shots. So I'm just really excited. I hope we get more of him down the stretch. He's been pretty consistently like that 10 to 15 minute a game. I'd like to see him go back into the starting lineup, but you can't take Hauser out because Hauser is playing the best basketball of his life. I mean, he has been awesome. I know he was a little quiet in, I think, is the Portland game. They all kind of blend together. In the Chicago game, he didn't have like monster games or anything like that, but he's been so incredibly consistent.
Unreal.
Just making the right play. And then like defensively, he's switching everything. I will say, I think he was involved in the play, the Herder game winner.
He was.
But
They
but I don't think I think it was him and Ugo blew a switch. I tend to err on the side of the guy who's been here being right. Because Hauser was going to switch it and Ugo didn't. And I think that late in the game, like last possession, you just switch and keep everything in front of you. So I suspect that's Ugo's fault, but not a great look for either of them. No. But otherwise, man, I think he's just been so great defensively, and he just Joe just weaponizes him. He's setting so many on-ball screens too. I feel like that's something he's really started to do a ton.
They're really finding him. They did it. He missed all of them yesterday, at least early in the game, where it's like the big sets a screen on Hauser's guy as he kind of floats out to the left wing or right wing, like a few feet behind the 3-point line, and the ball handle, it's kind of like a receiver throws the ball into where he's going to be, and then he fires. They're just looking for him everywhere at the moment, and they should be. He's shooting 45% from three over his past 14 games. It's I don't remember a stretch where he ever averaged this many points, like 13 a game.
No way, man. That's crazy high for him.
Yeah, 8.2 3-point attempts in 28 minutes is fucking impressive. He's launching, and the 2-point daddy, Samelo, seems to have made an appearance lately on some kind of saucy, midi fading things.
Oh,
yeah. I think it really helps on the defensive glass, whether it's grabbing his own or just getting a hand in there and tipping. He's just he's tall. He's the classic shooting with size guy, 6'7", easy. And he makes really great reads, whether it's finding kind of guys in the short roll, he can run a little side pick and roll, or he's just driving, drawing a defender, kicking to the corner. He feels like this feels like the best basketball he's played maybe ever. It's hard for me to go past the NBA Finals just because defensively that's probably his peak. And then while he was also shooting 45% from three, but for an extended stretch, 14, 20 games, it's dude, this guy is really, really firing. And yeah, this is why you need Sam Hauser, because when he gets on a streak like this, then it just changes the overall offense, and it helps you just it makes you not notice as much that Derrick White has not been able to make a shot in this same stretch, because Sam Hauser's making up for it, and that Jaylen Brown's efficiency's also gone in the tank in the past 15 games as well. It helps when there's a guy out there that's all of a sudden gone from averaging 7 a game to 13 a game.
Yeah, man, that's a huge jump for that type of player too, because it's not like he has been generating some of his own looks here and there, but for the most part, he's relying on other guys to get him the ball. We ran this one play, I think it was in the Bulls game. We set a middle pin down screen, so Hauser's on the baseline. He comes up, catches the pass, then kicks it to, I think it was Jaylen, sprints over, and then does that little tickle on the way by when he ghost screens. Instead of setting the screen, he tickles the dude. So it's oh, I'm here, I'm going to set the screen, and then just flares out for the ghost screen, wide open, buries it.
A tickler.
Yeah, man, the ways Joe is using him is just really creative. It's he's a foundational piece of the offense in a lot of ways, and he touches the ball for a half a second when he shoots it. So it's super creative. I love it. Speaking of Derrick White, are you worried, Jake?
No.
And so let me.
Come on.
Last 10 games, 14, 5.5, which is great. 5.5 rebounds, 49% from two, which is not horrible.
Yeah.
25% from three. Are you worried?
No, I'm not worried.
Okay.
I'm not worried. I would love him to make more shots. He's too good. And I'm not sure I saw Forsberg talk about it. Like he often goes in a slump in January. It's just he also had another slump earlier in the season as well.
Yeah.
So that's not helping the overall numbers. But nah, dude's been too good for too long. And even when he misses shots, he's still good to me. You don't want to see 1 for 11 nights, obviously. But like last night, for example, he was what, 7 for 14, 2 for 4 from 3, and hit the ISA, the clincher, like to when they were attempting to blow a very impressively blow a game late yesterday. Like they had a big enough lead where it was basically impossible for them to do it. But man, he had 9 turnovers. I did not realize he had 9.
Yeah, 6 in the fourth quarter.
Derrick. No, the sample size is too big.
Yeah.
It's like with Tatum or Jaylen or Derrick's right there as far as trust for me. And the defense has been too consistent. Still had, the 2 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Still was a +2 last night. It's bad though. Like last 15 games, he's at 50% true shooting. There's no doubt to me that the scoring efficiency is rough right now. He will benefit once Tatum comes back, I think, as much as anyone. One thing that is becoming I'm finding myself oh man, it's just so obvious. The amount of times they miss someone on the short roll, or whether it's miss or it's part of the philosophy and scheme to not force it in there because it's a tough pass to make. So they limit their turnovers. But Tatum just makes 10 of these, I don't know how many short roll passes he makes a game purely by being able to process it quickly and having the size and passing ability to execute them. But the amount of times that Cater sets a good screen and rolls and then doesn't get the ball, it's and we end up with just not a good shot, is going to completely it's going to make so many people's lives easier. And I think Derrick White is probably going to be the biggest beneficiary. Even Jaylen now, it's tailing off. Pretty much, we peaked at the Clippers game, and it's been downhill since then. He's a 53% true shooting over his last 14 games. Had a more efficient night last night, 8 for 17. But the Nets game, he's 9 for 27.
Yeah, dude, that was hilarious.
It's rough.
Just kept getting him up.
So go ahead.
Real quick, I just have one Derrick White stat that I think is so perfect. His first 34 games, his average plus minus was +6. These last 10 games, true shooting, like you said, 47.7% in his last 10 games, 50% in his last 15. His average plus minus is +7.3.
Yeah,
so it's gone up somehow.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, sorry. Yeah, Jaylen, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
just before we moved on.
Some media person tweeted yesterday, the Celtics are the second offense in the NBA despite Jaylen, Derrick, and Pritchard all having low true shootings relative to their standards. Derrick's way down. Pritchard's got a career low in true shooting. Trying to think the other person that you mentioned. Doesn't really matter. But the leading scorers are all having down scoring efficiency years. And it's how it breaks your mind. And it just is a good reminder that individual efficiency is an overrated stat. Unless it's when we're propping up our own players, then it matters,
right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
How is the offense functioning? Are you generating extra possessions? Are you not turning the ball over? Are you Derrick White and rebounding and assisting and providing rim protection in a way that no other guard in the NBA is? It's it doesn't really matter if you miss 2 extra shots a game as long as you're making up for it in all these other ways. But yeah, Jaylen in the Bulls game, fuck you. And he's been getting the shots up. There's been some giant field goal totals lately, 14 for 28 against the Bulls, 9 for 27 against the Nets, 11 for 22, 11 for 28 against the Pistons, and 14 for 30 against the Hawks, 9 for 24 against the Heat, 11 for 28 against the Spurs, and 14 for 29 against the Nuggets. he's been talking a lot about sacrifice versus like how you see what he can do when he's at the helm. This is over. He's overtasked, and it's kind of coming down to earth a little bit at the moment. So, his life's going to get better, or his life's going to get easier, and whether or not he likes that is another question. But it's trending in the wrong direction for him at the moment.
Yeah, I will say, like, I love how he played in the Portland game. 17 shots. It's like Kamara was only 1 turnover, 4 assists. Kamara was really good on him. That's a really tough task, man. And I actually thought Shaden Sharp had some really good possessions on Jaylen too. So and he forced it in that, like, he kept trying to get downhill, but he didn't force shots, if that makes sense, right? Like he had a flurry of moves to try to break down the defense, but like once he got to his spot, if it wasn't there, I felt like he just moved the ball. And it's almost like Kamara being so good defensively, like, made him play the way I kind of would prefer him to play if he's going to be the fulcrum of the offense, because, like, dude, you just should not be taking 28 shots in a game. I mean, and in some ways, like, I guess you kind of have to, but I don't know, man. It feels like
there's something that's happening, and Scal's been calling it out in a roundabout way. He's been like, why is no one coming to help on Jaylen Brown? Why are they playing him straight up? Well, it's like, this is why.
Yeah.
And that's just a huge difference between him and Tatum. And it's kind of been true all season long. And whether or not that's the right way for other teams to play, maybe they should send less help at Tatum as well. But Tatum's just better at getting the defense in rotation than Jaylen is. Teams are a lot more happier to stay home on Jaylen than they are. And I think part of that is the processing speed. Like, you can send, like, later help or gap help at Jaylen, and he can make the pass, but it's just like a beat late. Even those short roll passes, it's just like Tatum's making the pass as the defender is, like, blitzing a lot of the time. Like, how many times in the past few games, even when Jaylen has been getting blitzed, he has to, like, dribble all the way back, and then he finds Hauser on the wing, and by the time he does that, the defense is, like, already recovered, and then it's like back to Jaylen, and then it's like we're just doing this song and dance all over again. So I think maybe an element of it is teams just adjusting and, like, figuring out the best way to play Jaylen. But if you're going to switch everything, well, Jaylen's going to be forced, like, you're going to have to win one-on-one. And he's winning some of these nights, but lately he hasn't been winning on balance, but they're still winning these games. Part of it, I think, is the schedule, right? Like, you lost to Detroit, and that's what's going to happen. This team's good, not great. You're not going to win all the games against the elite teams, but you're going to rack up W's against the Pacers and the Hawks and the Heat and those teams, and that's fine. But teams seem to be becoming more comfortable with just, and I don't think that's good long term. We don't want Jaylen wearing down in this way. Like, he has to work so hard.
Yeah, man.
On some of these possessions.
Yeah, dude. And, like, man, I just was really impressed with Kamara. And that's what I mean. Like, he had to get into so many different moves and so much body contact to get by Kamara. And it's like not creating a ton of space to get, like, a sliver of space. I don't really know what, like, the solution is, because he's just not gonna, like, I think people still underrate Tatum's playmaking. Like, he is such a good passer and such a good playmaker. Jaylen's just not going to quite get there, even if the assist numbers get kind of close. So like, there is no good solution with kind of how the team is built, other than, like, Pritchard and White and Hauser kind of knock down a few more shots and maybe, but other than that, we should probably get into prize picks before we move on a little bit. So let me bring that up for you here, Jake.
Prize picks time, baby. Patriots, Super Bowl. It happened. Somehow, some way. Snow blizzard. Drake May, Milton Williams. But yeah, man, sprinkle a little prize picks over your Super Bowl Sunday. More Drake May rushing, more Ramondre Stevens rushing. You can still go more on Jaylen Brown points. Like on that note, like if you know who's going to be taking 25 shots to 30 shots on some nights, there are going to be plenty of nights where he goes over. So I'm still very comfortable riding Jaylen Brown more on points. Always comfortable riding pretty much any Derrick White prop, still with the shot volume that he's getting and with how much he does. That's where I feel comfortable. Probably feel good about JSN receptions and yards going more in that direction as well. I'd definitely be going less on Kenneth Walker rushing yards though. That Patriots run defense is absurdly good. Prize picks, use code CLNS to get $50 instantly. When you play your first $5 lineup, download the code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. It's good to be right.
Yeah, man, I cannot believe the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. Like,
Wow.
it was a long 5 years, bro.
It's tough, man. It's tough out here.
It's just mind blowing. Anyway, so yeah, like I do think maybe like can we even really empower Pritchard and Derrick on the ball more? Like it feels like those guys have all they can kind of eat off on the ball too. So, but the good thing is the solution is that Jason Tatum gets healthy and everybody slots back into like exactly where they're supposed to be, and this team is going to be super elite at that point. So I have a hot take about the Portland game.
Oh, please go on.
I thought our defense was terrible, and Portland just missed a bunch of shots.
Early, dude. I was like, oh man.
I just thought in general, like we looked slow. And again, it's our 4th game in 6 nights. I just thought
the double OT game cooked us. Like that's you can't do that. Thank God they won, but like that fucks you. They're back to back, and then you have to a night off, and then you got to go in against this Kamara, Drew Holiday, Klingon group. Like fucking good luck, dude.
Sissoko, he's pretty solid defensively too. Yeah, man. Jeremy Grant's not like a negative defender. So I just felt like we played really, really poorly, and like somehow we ended up winning this game like pretty comfortably. But I don't know. I had to get that off my chest. I just thought it was a terrible defensive performance, and they gave up 94 points somehow.
I definitely feel like I'm not sure if we're trending down, but we're more in like this survival mode at the moment with this team. Like with Jaylen, Derrick White getting a day off for rest. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah.
And like good, because I think that's the first game he's missed this season. There's a lot. The schedule's so dumb. Yeah. It's so much basketball. It's just not realistic for these guys to sustain. And these guys play hard too. Like they're crashing the glass. They have to guard. They're trying to protect their own defensive class. They got dudes that are just working on offense on isolations. Like talk about Jaylen working hard. Pritchard on every isolation that he goes through. Thank God this team is conditioned at the highest degree, because I'm not sure they would survive otherwise. But yeah, I'm with you. I did not think that their defense was especially good. Shaden Sharp was cracking dudes off the dribble every time. It's a good thing that he doesn't know how to put the ball in the basket. Like he might be the best example out of anybody that's like a random kind of player. That if you just watch his made baskets, you would be convinced that he is a future MVP candidate. Because like when he flies through the air and he had that like reverse, multiple beautiful finishes, but then just some horrendous shot selection, like early shot clock, contested 20-footers. I'm like, what are you? Not very good defensively either. Yeah, I think we kind of got like they shot 25% from 3.
Yeah, dude.
Whereas like Caleb Love couldn't miss last time.
Yeah.
That's the NBA, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Shaden Sharp reminds me so much of Corey Maggette. I don't know if you remember Maggette. Just like insane athlete, like if you watched his highlights, you're like, how
Yeah.
this guy is T-Mac, like he's incredible. It's like he averaged 18 on terrible efficiency because he's Corey Maggette and he doesn't know how to play basketball. Like Sharp is the second coming of Corey Maggette.
I love it. Reminds me that of how good Corey Maggette was in like NBA Live 2006.
Oh yeah.
High flyer. So Pritchard, I saw this floating around Twitter a little bit about his 3-point rate and like his kind of approach, because we've loved because we've been begging him to get to the mid range more and weaponize his 3-point shot as well, right? But the 3-point rate has really come down. And I think part of that is like the ball handling responsibility. Like it's like less catch and shoot stuff and more ball in hand. But 3-point rate is like a significant career low, 0.528, compared to last year, 0.723. Like just a massive, massive drop. And he has a career low in, not quite career low in scoring efficiency, 56.8 this season in true shooting. I love that he's got the mid-range stuff, the isolation stuff in the bag. I do want priority number one to be him hunting 3-point shots though. And I don't want him to kind of fall in love with the midi stuff. I'm not saying I think he's had a great season. I'm just worried that like we're tilting we're tilting the dial a little too far into TJ McConnell and a little further away from Steph Curry. And because we were talking about like some of the relocation stuff with Pritchard as a shooter, like just sprinting around, because his value is the range to me. But yeah, it might just be a pure he's just handling the ball more stat. But it's just something that I'm flagging.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I guess 53% of his shots are from three. Is what that's saying. And yeah, I guess that makes sense that it would definitely be higher in seasons past. But I think that's probably what it comes down to is just roll. Like he's just not going to handle the ball this much when Tatum's back. But you're right. It does feel like maybe, I mean, he's shooting what, like 36% from three?
Yeah, I've got it here. It's
34.7.
34.7.
Yeah, 35% from three. So I wonder if there's a little bit of a confidence thing going on. I mean, he's a supremely confident dude. He's still taking 7.4 a game in 33 minutes. But like, I wonder if he could kind of shoot himself back into rhythm. I mean, he's been pretty good mostly, but a lot of pull-ups, a lot of unassisted attempts from three. But his makes, a high 75% of his 3-point makes are unassisted. Okay. So in his attempts, I don't have that number. Never mind. I was going to look at that and it's not there on this stat I have. So I just like would really prefer him bombing away from behind the pick and roll as opposed to, because he does have a tendency to kind of nash into nothing, like dribble into nothing and be like, well, I can't get a shot off because the shot blocker's here. So let me pull this out. And all of a sudden there's 8 seconds on the shot clock, where often there's like, hey man, there's a 28 footer with your name on it this possession. You could have just taken that. But part of it's probably just kind of him exploring the studio space, exploring what he can get away with as a 6'1" guard. And he's never really been empowered to just like go nuts, do whatever you want on the pick and roll. He's been such an off-ball player for most of his career. So yeah, I think it's definitely something to watch. It hasn't jumped out to me that I don't know, man. He does take a lot of tough twos these days.
He's making them though. So it is like if he keeps his current shot diet and the 3-point shot just comes up to like the 37-38% range, then, and there's this conversation, it might just be like he's missing shots too. That could just be, but it's interesting. Like in the Nets game, he goes nuts, 32 points, 13 for 24, 6 from 11 from 3. In the Blazers game, again, 23 points, 8 for 16, 5 for 11 from three. So again, like really high 3-point rate. And in the Bulls game, 4 for 10 from the field, 1 for 3 from three. Obviously, like create 3-game sample, don't whatever. But it's like, hey, in the 2 games, he shot 11 threes. Did great. I just like him shooting lots of threes and deep ones. And I feel like everyone he shoots from the TD Garden, like square logo that's in front of the Celtics bench, I feel like all of those go in. So specifically hunt that shot on that logo. That's what I'm thinking.
I wonder if it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy too, with like him not making the ones he's, used to making all of the time. And that lowers his confidence. And he's not like, oh, well, I'm 0 for 3 today. I'm not going to take a logo 3 right now. But it's like, it's okay, man. Take the logo 3, really stretch the defense out, and it'll just make everybody's life easier, but especially his life easier if we really have to stretch the defense out. But I don't know. But insofar as like his on-ball reps goes, I have been super impressed. Like his potential assists are like right up around 10, which is a pretty damn good number. And he had 7 assists in that. He was bad. He didn't shoot the ball well in the Bulls game, I should say, but still kind of chipped in with 7 assists. So I do think for the most part, when it's sort of a Pritchard heavy possession, it often is either a tough 2 that he's been making or a good look from 3, either for himself or others. So I do appreciate like the jump in just kind of carrying the offensive load he's being asked to carry. I mean, he's clearly 3rd in the pecking order for on-ball stuff, but I never thought he'd be like the 3rd highest, on-ball guy on a good team. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Pritchard being the 3rd banana, 3rd guy on a team that's on track to win 51 games. Pretty fucking awesome for the whatever pick he was, 21. So we're going to jump over to the Patreon soon. But before we do, we'll do like 2-minute teaser on Amari Williams. And we'll also do some trade deadline stuff, Keon Ellis on the Patreon. But Amari Williams, the man we've all been waiting for, came in, game-saving block in the Nets game. And in the Bulls game, played 10 minutes. Joe didn't love those minutes. And then yesterday, Garza's out. Amari Williams plays more minutes than Cater because Cater got into foul trouble. So did Amari Williams in the end. But we might have another one.
It's very possible, man. And we haven't even really unleashed the passing yet. He's really a periphery offensive role. He's kind of doing a Kata impression offensively, but it's very clear he's comfortable when he's got the ball in his hands, which is huge and a difference between him and Kata. And he's massive, dude. Like he is absolutely huge, and he seems, at least offensively, kind of to understand where to be, where to go, and like you've seen some flashes of the passing. He had that one like little drop off. I think it was to Pritchard or Derrick White that I was like, oh man, there's some serious potential here for some very fun things.
Yeah, he's huge. If you be huge and have good IQ, I think you're a rotational big man. It's like kind of feels like it's that simple. We're gonna have a look at the highlights and whatnot over the last few days over on the Patreon and talk about a couple more things. We're going to talk about Amari, trade deadline, Baylor Scheinman. Why does Walsh only get 3 minutes last night? I don't know. But lots to discuss always. But yeah, appreciate everybody being here. Subscribe to the Patreon. Till next time, go Celtics.